I'm T.
And I'm Bree, and we're here to talk about our IUI journey and experience.
We're going to talk about the pricing, the appointments, like everything that went on there before we got pregnant.
Okay, so I guess we'll start off when we first made the appointment. To make the appointment, we had to pay $50.
It was on around August 2021, and our first appointment was I want to say January of 22.
And to also let y'all know, as like a disclaimer, I guess, we were self-paid. Insurance would only pay for medication, which they wouldn't even pay all the way for. We also had to pay out of pocket for some medications.
And it only paid, mainly the only thing it paid for was blood work. That's it. Like everything else was out of pocket. And we're gonna tell y'all everything we paid for and how much it was, but y'all just find out.
Well, our first appointment was kind of like a consultation. Like us getting to know the doctor and then him getting to know us and like how long we've been together, how long we've been wanting to do this and stuff and everything like that.
Like, what is it as? Like, medical histories.
Yeah.
Just things like that. Finding out who's the one that's getting inseminated.
Like who wants
Which
to
is
carry.
her, by the way, she's carrying. If y'all didn't. Yeah. But, and then after that, after we talked to him, about just,
The basics.
Yeah, the basic stuff. He made us come in the very next day, if I'm not mistaken, to do, blood work, checking, her for, diseases.
Yeah, some diseases, the normal diseases that they test you for and stuff like that, like diabetes, infertilization, stuff like that. That's what they were testing me for.
And, what else? Seeing, if she had any genetic diseases also, not just,
Like the antibodies that would try and fight off a baby or fetus or something like that, which
checking her
I
blood
didn't.
type, and seeing if you're, what was that one thing called? Where they was you can pick anybody because you're...
Seeing if I was
What's it called?
CMV,
Yeah.
which CMV is it's kind of like a disease. I don't really know how to explain it because personally,
It's like a disease that people carry in their body.
yeah.
But I'm not for sure. Don't quote me.
But I was negative for it, and he was like, well, if you was positive for it, you could really just pick anybody. He was like, you really can't just pick anybody. He was like, but just know that if you do pick somebody that is CMV positive, you could possibly get it, or the baby could possibly get it, one of the two. But it's just like an antibody or something that they have in their body that I don't.
But with her being negative for it,
There wasn't a lot of people that were negative for it.
most people was if y'all go on there, which the sites are Fairfax, California, Cryobank. It's a couple more, but I can only think of those. We use Fairfax though, and you could go on there and do a face scan of your spouse or whoever you committed to that you want the baby to look like to, or their
Features.
parent to look like the person you picked. Obviously, I couldn't get it out.
But also we paid just flat bottom for every single appointment that we did have, it was $150 flat.
insemination automatically is $500. You don't have to pay it till the day of the insemination. So after that, he was like, y'all can go on the site. He gave us the sites, which was Fairfax, California Cryobank. He gave us like 2 more, but
we didn't even really look on those.
yeah, we didn't look on those. He was like, you should just use California Cryobank or Fairfax, which is in Virginia. And we went on there and looked. We was on there even before he told us, because we already knew like some cryobanks that we could look at. And we was on there
for a few days.
Yeah,
just
we didn't hit
searching
it right away. We really like looked at those. When you go in there, you can see their medical history and stuff. See like what they are,
like their nationality,
yeah, blood type, and all that.
Pictures, hear voices.
You can hear voice. You can see pictures.
Some stuff you have to pay extra for though.
Yeah. Like they're like what do they call, like a subscription basically, where you can like pay so much and you can have access to their profile for so long. So we ended up picking for that. It was 1,220. That's just for the
one vital that we got.
Yeah, the one vital. If you get 2, obviously it's that.
They recommend 2. But we only got 1.
We only chose 1. So we picked to store it at the facility.
And didn't know.
Yeah, we thought it
Didn't
was getting
specify.
shipped, but it didn't. Yeah, it didn't specify. Like, oh yeah, like it just was like stored. So we picked that, and I ended up like I kept on trying to track it to see where it was and stuff, and I had to call Fairfax, and it was like, oh yeah, we're storing it here. So then it was like,
$300.
yeah, it was like, and that was for standard. If we wanted to like expedite it,
Like for the next day.
it would have been like 500 or something like that. But we didn't need it right away because she had to wait till she came back on her cycle. So
Well, that's nice.
yeah, because
Okay, so once you came on your cycle, which we was tracking my cycle, like every time it came on, we knew because we had to start this medicine called letrozole. So that the whole time that you're on your cycle. Then when you start ovulating, you have to start. Did we do the progesterone?
no, once you started ovulating, we just told.
Oh yeah.
We just called them and told them that, well, she had to take ovulation tests, I'm sorry. And once she got the one, like we got the, what was that brand called?
First response ones?
No, Clear Blue,
Clear
that's
Blue.
what it was. And they pop up if you're ovulating, like, that's your peak day, it's gonna pop up a smiley face.
Yeah.
And, but she popped up like it didn't have the face.
It was flashing.
Yeah.
Like if you're ovulating but it's not your peak, it'll flash.
It'll flash real fast though. It won't like. And so we knew the next day she was gonna be on her peak. So we called them that day and just told them that we were ovulating because we had to go in the next day from when she was ovulating. And so we just told them and they let us come in the next day.
And we did the insemination.
We did the insemination.
Which we're gonna try. We're gonna try and put the video in here that she has from the day of the insemination, which is like before we had got inseminated, like when we was in there and stuff.
Yeah, not actually. Like,
Right, not actually watching it. No. But they also said that they had what? They usually had 10,000.
It was 10. They usually
Million.
have 10 million sperm cells in one vital that's like active. And ours had 25 million. And when you first go in there to get inseminated, like they make sure that that's the one that you picked. You gotta tell them like the number,
The item number.
of the donor and all what. Like the one we use Kentucky Fertility
That's right.
Institute. They're very good. Recommend 100%.
They're really nice also. Like, they're very, like, they're understanding. Because before we actually got to do our insemination, we had a time to where we had went in there and they were doing an ultrasound to check to see how many follicles that I had open. And
From the letrozole, that's what the letrozole is.
yeah. And they looked and they were like, we didn't understand. We didn't know that you were going to respond so well to this medicine. You have 4 follicles open, so we don't want to do the insemination because you could end up with quadruplets. And we were like, oh, no. Like, I'm too little for that. 4'11", 120, 125, like, I'm itty bitty. So it was like, quadruplets, it's kind of taking a risk. And it's a risk on my health, and then it was a risk on the baby's health also. So we didn't really want to take that risk.
So we had to wait until
The next month.
following month. She came on her cycle and all that.
But we did the letrozole, but they had put us on a lower dosage. But we didn't go in and do the ultrasound.
I'm sorry, don't mean to cut you off, but instead of the first time they put her on this, she was taking 2 pills in a day, one in the morning and one at nighttime. And then the second time when they put her on it, after they checked her and stuff to see if she had too many follicles and stuff, they put her on 1 a day. It was still the same dosage, like milligrams or whatever it's
Because that was the lowest milligrams that they had. Like, they didn't even put somebody on. So they was like, you're already on the lowest dosage.
They just gave her a lesser pill.
Yeah. Which also reminds me, it probably don't have nothing to do with any of that, but I was also taking prenatals throughout all of this every morning, which they told me to do. They said that it would help our chances to get pregnant and everything like that. So we were doing any and everything that we could to make sure that once we got inseminated, it was gonna work. Like, we prayed for this, like, we've cried, it's been emotional, but it's like exciting and it's like happy tears, sad tears here and there, like, it's so many emotions in one. Like, if somebody's gonna do something like this, like, if you think that you're in this, like, you're ready for this, just know that there's a lot of emotions towards it. It's not just, oh, we're gonna do this and it's gonna be all peaches and cream. Like, no, there's a lot of emotions into this. Like, it's not always the best emotions. Like, sometimes you really sit there, like, I've seen her and cried. She's just held me because I just wanted to sit there and cry. Because I was so, like, the way I was feeling, the way that I was upset, but she felt the same way. But she's gonna be here to comfort me when I'm gonna feel down, because she knew that they had me on all these extra hormones, stuff like that. Like, I was going through a lot at the time.
What else? So after that, have we talked about anyways.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess after the insemination, because we're really talking about everything now.
Yeah, after insemination, it was like, okay, wait 2 weeks. So we got the insemination on May 24th. Yeah, May 24th.
And we couldn't take a test until June 7th. June 7th. Yeah. It was that Tuesday.
No, it was June 6th. Hold up. 2 weeks from day 24.
Yeah.
It was due.
Either 6th or 7th.
Yeah.
But we had also.
I think the 6th.
I think the 7th. But actually, well, no.
We got a pregnancy test right
This was actually.
now. No, that's the day after.
No, this was the day of. Thank you. That's not the day after because that's the first one that we had took. Can you see it?
I can see it.
You might have to like put it up there a little bit more. See the date 6/7/22. That's the day that we took this. These 2 lines. Probably can't really see them for real. I'm trying to show you.
This right there.
Okay. But she can move. But okay. But before we actually got our positive test, we had took 2 tests before, just trying.
Like a week before we were supposed to, and they kept coming. We took 2,
And they was coming back negative.
and she was in there crying, and I'm like, baby, just wait. Like, it's not even the time to take it right now. We're supposed to wait the next week.
Yeah.
And
It's like I was kind of upsetting myself because I was like, I really want this to work, you know, this and that. But I keep on coming up negative. So what if it comes up negative next week? Like, that's the thoughts that was going through my head, you know. So I just sat there and I was just crying.
emotional training is what
Very.
the process is. Goes
Very.
through a lot of emotions.
Very.
But on that day, I was the first one to see the test.
We woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Did I have to be at work that day? I don't know if I even went to work that day. That's how crazy it is. 'Cause yeah, I think I did go to work that day.
But it was like 5, 6 in the morning.
Yeah, it was like 6. I got to be at work at 7, so it was like 6 in the morning. And I seen it first,
Like, I didn't even see it yet.
and I was like,
And I looked up and I was like, what, babe? Like, is it positive?
I was
Is it
just-
negative? Like, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know how to feel at the moment. So I was just like, babe, what is
I
it?
just paused for a minute. It felt like I paused for like 5 minutes, but I was just in shock. I was like, hey, work the first time.
And I was like, what? And she was like, no, for real. Like, when she gave me a pregnancy test, and I was like,
She just cried.
and I did. I just cried because, like, I was so happy because that's what we've been wanting. We've been wanting our own child.
For
Like,
a long time. If any of y'all know me, y'all know.
man, y'all know what we've been through. Y'all know. Like,
But all together, like, so we went to like,
we also had to go, after that, we had to go in for a blood test so they could confirm it.
yeah, confirming, like they had to actually confirm it through blood. So we went either later that day or we went the following day.
Yeah, but we went like 4 times after
Yeah, because they wanted to like,
to make sure that it wasn't a tubical pregnancy, like the baby was not in my tubes or anything like that. First one, they made sure that we was actually pregnant.
the second one was well, I'm pretty sure the first blood test checked for all that stuff.
They just wanted to keep on checking.
And yeah, they checked her like 3 times. And then first day, she wasn't playing. She called the OB. she got the appointment.
Cause why not? No, actually, I waited until we got the blood test because I was like, let us get the blood test first so we can actually confirm it.
And then
So you know.
she freaking scheduled the appointment. And then we kept going back. We went to the fertility clinic though, like 3 more times. So like 4 or 5 altogether. Like after the pregnancy. The pregnancy. And then they wanted I mean they recommended it,
yeah.
but we didn't do it because we were self-pay. And, you know, like for one ultrasound, they wanted
$260.
$260 just to like see the baby to make sure, like, which I understand why they wanted to do it, but we didn't do it. We just, because the following week we had to go to the OB. It was our first OB appointment. So we just told them we wasn't going to, and they was fine with it. And, yeah. Where's the picture at?
Oh, right here. I see it because it's black. See? I'm not trying to like get ring light looking at it.
That's when we see.
It's not blue, it's teal, I swear.
That's when we see her baby.
For the first time. And she said, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. And I'm like, babe.
I was just so excited. Like, if y'all know, like, for people that's pregnant and stuff, y'all probably, like, don't really, like, what's the word? Like, they don't really, like, believe it until you see it.
Yeah, like, it's like, it wasn't actually, like, real until, like, we went in there and we actually seen the baby and seen the heartbeat. Like, it was a whole different experience. Like, it was a whole different feeling than the feeling of getting that positive pregnancy test. Like,
And the positive blood test, it was like, I want to see my baby.
yeah.
And, yeah, our baby has a strong heartbeat. It's measuring perfect.
A little bit bigger than what it's supposed to be.
Bigger than what it's supposed to be.
Which is good.
Meaning, like, I feel like she got pregnant, like crazy, right? And videos for everybody that's been messaging us and asking us to do this.
And asking questions about, like, the process and how to do it and stuff like that.
We'll be dropping videos, like,
Throughout the pregnancy,
throughout
showing
the
how
pregnancy. We'll do more than
just this. Like, you know, we'll show y'all more and stuff like that. We'll start to record more and let y'all in on a little bit, like a little bit of the personal side more than just us telling you, like, what has happened and stuff like that. Which we had a few videos, like, from before the insemination stuff, but they got lost somehow.
Yeah.
And we can't find them, so we're gonna fix
And,
that.
like, all together, the price is probably around, like, $7,000.
I say 7,000 because all of the money that we pay plus for the doctor's appointments, for the insemination, the vital, having to get the vital sent here because we had it stored there, medication, everything like that. Like, we've had to pay for basically everything. Like,
Yeah, everything besides the blood works.
yeah.
We pay for it. And,
Which I have insurance, they just don't take my insurance. So, like, they didn't accept it. So it was like, well, either it was get a new insurance or self-pay. And we were like, well, we want this, so
self-pay.
we just paid for it.
And she got pregnant the first time. We recommend Kentucky Fertility Institution.
They're great people, they're great doctors. And the fact that, like, they'll really, like, if you need anything, like, when you're getting service from them, you can email them, you can call them, you can do anything like that.
And they'll call you right back, email you right back. It might be a
like,
couple hours, but
or like a day or two before you get an email back. But
if you call them, they'll call you right back.
yeah,
And they're there for you very much.
like, even if you want to, like, call them just to talk about something like that happened at your appointment, they'll listen and they'll talk to you and they'll give you suggestions and stuff like that. And that's like, that was really helpful within the process because we've never done this before.
First time.
Like, this is our first time doing anything like this. This is our first time, like, we didn't watch, like, no YouTube videos. We didn't get information from anybody, like, so, like, we just did it, you know, like, we didn't have the information that we're trying to give you guys. Like, we're trying to let you guys know, like, more of the process and stuff like that. Like, we didn't have that. So, like, which, I mean, there's videos out there we could watch, but we didn't. You know.
it's a good experience. Like the IUI process, it's a very nice experience. We're 8 weeks and 3 days.
3 days.
8 weeks and 3 days.
Which is 2 months. And next week, 3 months.
3 months. We want to thank y'all. We appreciate everybody.
For
All the
supporting
love,
us.
All the support. And we'll keep y'all updated on our journey.
Love you guys. Bye.
And it's done. You excited?
I'm sorry.